For some reason, Milo loves bottles every time without fail.
Falling like a storm with an anchor, and finding no good news in the paper. Life feels like an empty restaurant. Legs so heavy on the sidewalk.
Hey guys, so we are about to meal prep and we're about to leave to Ultraflex this morning. So it's 9 AM. We're going to do a trip to Ultraflex today. It's going to be a pool session there, and I thought it'd be cool just to mix it up, different environment for the YouTube. And yeah, I think we'll be catching George Osborne in there as well, which will be cool. But yeah, 9 AM, about to meal prep, just done. I've got 400 grams of chicken here, 150 grams of white rice, and then just greens. So yeah, I usually weigh all my rice like raw, but I'm gonna have to, just so I get the right measurements out, just weigh it now and then just divide it up, because it's 150 grams, but then I have 50 grams and then 100 grams. So just divide it into a third for meal 2 and then 2/3 for meal 3.
Legs so heavy on the sidewalk. So many lips are moving, but they don't talk. People only hearing what they want.
That's good. I just want to do 2 grams of sodium. I always leave a bit because there's a bit of sodium in like the seasoning I use, so I don't need to do exactly 2 grams. But yeah, it's really important, like if you want a good pump, you know, have a high amount of salt. I usually have pink Himalayan salt, but I don't have that with me at the moment, so it's just gonna have to go for standard. But yeah, the last thing is hot sauce, really good for macros. Like I think per portion 1 calorie. So yeah. Right, so just making my intro. So 25 grams of EAAs. By the way, do not do how I do this. It's stupid because I don't have a funnel. So you'll see what if you ever don't have a funnel, I guess this is what you need to do. But yeah, I just basically make a funnel with your hand and then just go like this. You got to just do like a few each time, otherwise you're gonna like overspit it. 25 grams of cyclic dextrin as well. Again, I've just got to use my hand. So the scoop, usually the scoop for this is like this big. But if I use this with my hand, it's just gonna like overflow. Last thing is just 5 grams of creatine. So it doesn't really matter when you take creatine as long as you're taking it every day. I just have it in my intro drink just because it's routine, and that's it really.
God, let me fly like a bird in the sky. Don't let me fall down again. Oh, God, let me fly like a bird in the sky.
Right guys, so we are 5 minutes away from George's place, and we're gonna probably just chill out there really, have my pre-workout meal, and then head to the gym around 1ish.
So can we please redecorate? I never liked the curtains in this room. And if you're hearing what I say, send a little more help, okay? And we can clean it up with a few more.
I've got to that point now in prep, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go all in with pre-workouts.
Yeah.
Got the MVP.
Nothing touches you when you get like a month out. You just like scoop, you're like, nah, prep in a minute.
Cheers for that, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you have that mind, you know, I always recommend it if you're doing legs. Anything like density, pole, legs, that's good. Push maybe a bit too much.
Yeah, if you, I mean, like I said, if you with the vitamin B12, B6, whatever's in there,
Nice and flush.
like
dreams.
yeah, if you can handle that sort of stuff, like for me, it just makes me, I just shit myself. It's just not worth it. But yeah,
In the off season that would be me, but on prep I'm not really. Gets better. So I managed to source some pre, which is always good. So we're at the end of my Devolume week actually, so this will be my last Devolume session. So we might put a little bit more effort into it than we would if it was like at the start of my Devolume week. That's why I've got a bit more pre. We are at Rotheram, so we may as well make the most of it and get in for a pretty good session. So yeah, we'll use some different kit in there as well, but yeah, it's not going to be, that's why I've got pre, because I've literally this whole week I've just been keeping to like low amounts of caffeine, just because I thought it's a good time really to improve my tolerance. And yeah, now today it'll be exciting to see what this does.
Send a little more help, okay? And we can clean it up with a few more brooms.
We're at Ultraflex now, and yeah, in for my last devolume session, so pull, but it's not going to be too much of a devolume because I'm basically at the end of it now, and I'm not going to go 100%, but there's a little bit of room just to make the most of the kit in here and have a really good session. So yeah, it's not going to be like the same sort of pull session I usually do. We're going to make the most of the kit, and yeah, we're going to catch you in there. It's going to be a really good session for sure. Yeah, so we usually do the Cybex Bravo, just like a one arm pull down. So we're going to do the Nautilus Nitro pull down, just one arm unilateral. It feels really good. I can tell it drops off and allowing you to really get short. So it feels really nice.
Very different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really feeling it, I'm feeling it now. Not like badly, but I can tell like I'm coming in, like hungrier.
Like you're getting lean enough to start to feel it.
Because we're doing a devolume, it means that most of our exercises, well, pretty much all of them, we're going to be just doing one set. So how to execute a devolume, you want to be doing one set of exercise and then avoiding going to failure, leaving like a rep in reserve, just to allow you to really alleviate all that fatigue that's been built up over many weeks and weeks or months of training where you're just going to failure over and over again. So, we're going to really minimize our aggression going into sets, staying calm, and then also just like managing our fatigue through just avoiding failure completely. And through doing that over this last week, I've already felt the benefits of it. But yeah, like I said, because we're in here and you don't have access to all this kit, I do want to make the most of it and have a good session. So I'm not going to just be completely just like off. Like I will be giving it putting a lot into this session, but also understanding, I need to just hold back a little bit before I can go back in on Sunday for legs and going all out then. You'll notice I'm not shouting anything at Charlie. He's also on a devolume, so we're not going to be shouting at one another because that's what will allow us to not go into sets aggressive. If I start shouting at him like yes, yes, come on, that's not the point of this. We're staying calm this week, and then once we're back at it, then 100% we'll be shouting at one another again. So we're now going to do one set of barbell rows, and yeah, I've already talked about why this is so important. It's just like getting strong at stuff where bent over, leaning forward, lengthening out with a lot of weight. That's just going to build a lot of thickness across your whole back. So that's why we have these in. Obviously today we're not going to be going to failure. I think I'm going to do a 150 kg set. Usually I do like 170 for like 6. So I think 150 for a comfortable 10 would be like a good set, and I'll be happy with that. So we're now just going to go on to a mid row. So usually we do like a seated Cybex high and wide row, whereas this piece of kit is really nice. And we've set the seat really low, so it's upper back, and we're just going to protract a lot at the bottom, really round your scapula, and then we're going to bring it all the way back. and yeah, just targeting those traps, those rhomboids, and yeah. Yeah, I felt good. I wanted to go for that last rep, but I'm just gonna hold off. I need to really make sure I'm not like overdoing it. So just finishing on like a neutral grip pull down, just to really engage the lats, and just one set, that's it. And yeah, we'll be moving on to biceps. Chatting to Jack, just saying how like I'm starting to kind of feel it a bit now in prep. You know, that sort of I don't want to sound like it's bad or anything, because it's not. But that's like hunger, dizziness. You just know when you're coming in, and I can start feeling that creeping in, which me and Jack both agree. Like we just love that feeling, because it just tells us that we're coming in, and we know what that means. I think like after a few preps, you start to really get that, and you enjoy it more and more and more. Obviously there's a degree and there's a tipping point where it becomes like too much, and you need to listen to that because you don't want to overtire your body. But at the end of the day, like you're going to be dragging, you know, when you get in, you're going to be dragging. I'm not saying I'm in yet, but what I'm saying is like that sort of feeling is starting to creep in, where, you know, the next few kilos we pull off, the look's going to be like a really good look, and we're going to be sort of almost knocking on the door. So yeah, things are getting exciting now. Like we're at a point in prep now where, you know, I wouldn't say flick the switch, because I'm always like giving it 100%, but just that extra bit now, it's just exciting, and I'm ready to get after it really. Just a little tip on preachers. When you get to the top, even on something fixed like this, just really cue like supination. Because even though you can't supinate on this, just cueing that, like going like this, will allow you really to get the bicep very short and maximize that tension and really get a really good contraction. Yeah, so final set of the day is just going to be rear delts. We're going to do a few unilaterally because my right rear delt was like 5 times the size of my left. So we're just going to start on my left side and do my right side after. Simply just match the reps, and then we're done. We're going to have to pose in the toilet. It's good lighting, but the posing room upstairs is being used, so you just got to make the most of here. But if you know Ultraflex, you know the toilet down lighting is very good. So.
Yep. Sideways. Front level.
Sorry, chest. Bit more pressure on the floor. There you go. You need to get connected with that.
Yeah, I do it, but I like sort of
Okay, it's not the same as a rear double where you tuck.
Yeah.
It's a light flex.
Yeah.
Get pressure with the floor, get it lightly on, and then keep it
I try and think about putting all your weight on your front leg.
on the front
So
leg.
just forget about the back leg, put all your pressure from the front leg, and just.
Yeah. Pull that side up, just touch, there you go. Nice. Hit rear double, side triceps after the rear double, relax it. Very nice. Hide that thumb on the right arm. Yeah, hide it. There you go, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Relax. I'm being so picky here, but like when you practice and you video yourself, try and start practicing coming back with both arms at the same level. Because it throws me off. It's like my OCD, like I want to make it perfect.
Yeah.
You're coming back with your left arm like high and your right arm low.
Okay.
So like yeah, there you go, much better.
Yeah.
It just looks so much
want me
more
to-
aesthetically pleasing.
For me, because of the striation, but that's
100%
hit
hit that.
upright like this.
No, low.
Oh really?
There, low.
Like,
Like that for now, and then rotate up slightly and then hit the rear lat. Sick.
Obviously, you've just trained back, so you're not gonna hit the pose probably as good as what you would,
Nah.
yeah.
because you can see that a little bit, but
Yeah.
So try. Waist. Blow out all that air and keep it in. There you go.
what does it look like when you supinate your wrist? So instead of like that,
What, like that?
yeah, like that. Yeah.
I feel like that's.
Yeah. That's you get more thickness in the arm. Good. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. So good, mate. It's very good.
I feel like last week, coming a lot.
Yeah.
Really seeing it.
You've come in a lot, but you've like retained so much fullness as well. You just
Yeah.
round,
I feel good at
round
training.
and hard up.
His lower body's coming in.
Your legs are getting that great, you know.
Like the hammer thing's coming in.
You're gonna get to a point where it's just like, okay, we've got hammies and glutes left.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's bits to come off your upper body, but we're gonna get to a stage where it's just like everything's absolutely all the way in, and it's just hammies and glutes.
So it's okay.
It's like how much can we take off those that's not.
Gotta
The thing is,
take
you've got
away.
so much roundness at the top, you can afford to come down. You can afford to drop off some of that in favour for having like lights out glutes and hams.
Yeah.
So very good.
Yeah, it's just.
Very, very good.
And
You've
then
got
also
some
like,
good pictures there, right?
yeah.
No, awesome.
It feels like training. I can tell already from the Devolume like feels so much better.
Yeah.
And like training's been good. Really good. So.
Awesome. Very good.
I feel like even for like the small jump, because I've only dropped like what, and I've seen a lot of change now.
This is it. And with every drop, it's just going to be more and more visually apparent with what you see. So,
Yeah, it's good. I'm very happy considering how like my food is as well. And the fact that I'm dropping like now, it's just nowhere near as like.
don't start fat.
Yeah.
Just don't start fat. And then you'll have a lot less work to do. You've had enough muscle to win what you're going to win this year. You've had that muscle for 3 years.
I mean,
It's just never quite cultivated the process the way that it needs to be cultivated.
I was looking back at photos and like, even my legs, like 3 days out,
when I was eating right now.
Yeah.
They look so flat.
inflamed.
Yeah.
Just so inflamed, so like pushed to the limit. Just like some people can handle that. Like maybe if you're assisted and you've got other tools to play with that can like help you retain fullness in other areas. But when you're drug free, you've got to be patient with the process and you've got to start it off in a good enough position. So get fat in the off season and strong, yeah, but don't start your prep there.
Yeah.
So.
Right, so thank you for tuning in, guys. We just finished my last session of my Devolume week. Pool session at Ultraflex today. I always love coming here, just the atmosphere is so sick, and it's also great to see familiar faces. Good to catch up with AJ, good to see George and Jack as well. And yeah, we're going to get some more footage coming, some big videos coming soon. We'll probably go around different gyms actually. I think that'll be a good thing to do for you guys to see like what different gyms look like and stuff. And yeah, 17 and a half weeks. Well, no, 17 weeks out now. It's just flying by. We're in a good position. After posing with AJ as well, it's giving me more confidence. I've seen these changes now every week. Yeah, we're seeing big changes, and I just can't wait. Big journey ahead. It's still like 4 months, and I'm just loving it. Don't want it to end, but yeah, we've got big goals in mind, and we're going to keep pushing along. So, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and we're going to get more videos coming very, very soon. We'll catch you soon.